Big brother, it's big brother, it's my brother, it's your brother, it's our brother. It's his brother, it's her brother, it's their brother. On past the gravy, bro.
G'day!
G'day, guys! G'day, mates!
G'day!
It's Past Gay, bro, and we are recapping our Week 9 eviction, and the finally, the dream is being realized, and our queen is being crowned HOH.
Our queen?
The dream? What do you mean the dream?
The dream.
She's not dreaming anymore. She's awake. She has awoken.
Comp beast
Dare I
Bowie
say-
Jane
She has risen.
is on top right now. Our
The
girl,
sleeping queen
Wait.
with 27 minutes.
fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. I have been dreaming about this all season. I have no idea what to expect. We'll recap the full episode and then we'll get into hypotheticals. But Bowie fucking Jane is your HOH.
Hopelessly devoted. Anchor.
Bean in the chat today says he's got to scuttle his final three. He had Miko, Bowie, and Corey.
Yeah.
Go
No
Bowie.
zombies.
Go Bowie. I believe when we put out our the odds to win, it was plus 4,000 for Bowie Jane.
I
She
mean,
is the HOH.
I don't know anything about odds, but that sounds bad.
The higher the number, the less
She's
the pay.
a
The
1
more,
in 4,000 chance of winning.
if you put $100
there's
down,
like-
you would win $4,000
Oh.
on top of your $100. Whereas if you put $100 down on Suri, you would win $500.
Oh.
Suri is plus 500. She's the favorite. Bowie is plus 4,000. Next to last place is plus 2,800. Just
She was really bad.
I still think those are pretty good odds for her right now because like she's not going to win the game, right? Unless she
no.
copies.
It's like, no, there's a
This would be
universe.
the time to bet Bowie Jane. This
There's
week.
it would be.
a
right now.
possibility.
Better
Well,
right now.
especially tomorrow, the odds are going to be different because she'll have an actual win and will be playing Big Brother for the first time in
It's true.
Do we
She has to
dare-
make decisions.
67 days.
Power rankings?
Oh,
Does she make
fuck.
the debut?
Yeah, dude.
She has to.
Fuck yeah.
Does she have to?
Fuck yeah.
I feel like the first few times.
Cam was in it last week, and
Yeah,
that was only because he was HOH.
It took 2 tries to get him in there.
For
I don't know.
as dead as we felt last week with the like zombie shit and nobody really being evicted and then really just one of the evicted people coming back in the house and like be like, this season kind of sucks right now. I'm all the way back in. I've never been more back in on my season than I am after that. And I was just like, wait. Bowie? It was Bowie, Felicia, and Corey at the end, and I was like, Corey would be fine because we like Corey.
Yeah.
But Bowie would be better. Bowie would be better.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely like I was watching it and I was like, oh, okay, so this is gonna be so Corey's gonna win because like Felicia Bowie answered this. Like they got it wrong. Corey's gonna win. No.
Ooh. No,
No.
what a twist. Expect the unexpected. You got me, Big
Honestly.
Brother. You got me.
Quick shout out to
Hmm.
Andrew D in the chat. He says first time watching live. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes. Welcome.
Thank you for tuning in. If you're listening and you listen after the fact, always remember you can tune in live right after each episode. Give us 10-15 minutes. We got to get set up and everything, but we go live. We'll recap it. You can join in the chat. So at Pass the Gravy Bro on YouTube or just search Pass the Gravy Bro. Give us a subscribe and you'll get the notifications. And then if you're watching us, go hit the subscribe on the podcast as well. Hit play on
It
both.
also has a really easy URL if you just type it in.
Just type it in. Starts out with 17 O's.
It's got 8,000. It's your grandma's Wi-Fi password. QRXZFT2412
Capital F, then lowercase f.
_ lowercase L capital M.
0 O, uppercase O, but 0 confusing.
All right.
Well, we're gonna start from the top.
We'll get back on track. Well, let me just reread. Todd says in the chat, it was funny to see Felicia making calculations and then Bowie Jane just throwing up 27 and then thinking, nah, I'll put a 6 in front of that.
I can't wait to hear her thinking process. But I need to know what happened to Julie Chen's bob.
It was a wig.
It was a wig? Okay, so
I think it was a wig.
Or the bob was a wig?
No, I think the bob was a wig.
I think the bob was a wig. And she listened to America, and she was like, no more bob.
No
Take
bob.
it.
I feel like if I was a host on a show, if I was like, kind of want to do something with my hair, I don't know, like I would test it out with a wig first, and if everybody was like, what the fuck is that? I'd be like, okay, good thing I didn't do it.
That is true. That is nice. But I do love, after the show, they played, I don't know if it was just on our TV, like a commercial for Paramount Plus. And then it would like show little snippets of each show. And then the snippet they used for Big Brother was Julie Chen and the Bob going, welcome to Big Brother.
Shaking it around.
Big Brother. Did they do that to her?
I really wanted the bang to move.
She's like, I need more opinions on it. Could you put it somewhere in some kind of promo for the week, please?
Let's start from the top.
Like
Let's start from the top of the episode. I mean, everything just seems so pointless now that like our queen is on top, and like we get to debate what she's gonna be doing. But episode started out with Felicia calling out Corey in America, rightly so. But I like that they showed the DR of America being like, I mean, she's right. I absolutely did approach her about a Final Four with me, Corey, Miko, and her. But like, I'm not gonna admit that in front of everybody.
Mwah.
Yeah, no, like, that's Big Brother. You gotta lie. You gotta lie.
And she was calm.
Yes.
It was
she stood her ground, and then little Corey was like, "Look,
I want to go play pool.
I can't do this."
Right? Corey looked like
I get it though. He's like what, 22? Confrontation's hard, especially with someone much, much, much older who probably would just yell at him.
But Corey looked like he was wrong. Corey looked like he was up to some sketchy shit by doing that.
Yeah.
The mustache.
It's
the
Brett
mustache
theory. You have to be Brett. You got to be calm. When Rockstar's yelling at you, even when you've lied your ass off, you keep lying your ass off, but you do it confidently. And in Big Brother, people just believe that. They're like, well, I don't know. He seemed really chill about it. So like, you seem like you're being hysterical. Like I'm gonna believe the other guy.
I mean, I do think that it sounds like Corey has had a migraine for a few days. So I feel like it was probably in that time where he was like along with being 22 and like not wanting to deal with confrontation, having like a killer migraine underneath those like studio lights, and then having somebody yell at you and try to be like, facts, come on. I would also be like,
Yeah, but sit in the room and wrap the pillow around your head and be a big boy.
No, yeah.
Okay, yes, Matt's got a mustache.
Ashley in the chat says Corey and Matt's stashes need to go.
How could anyone's be worse than Corey? Because Matt has light brown hair, right?
But it's like skin color.
No, his mustache is dark, and it looks like.
How have I not noticed it?
And tattooed it, because I only saw it in his last DR. I don't know how long he's been growing. He obviously can grow it much faster. As long as Corey's, and I only saw it one time. But it's like black, like piercing through, like not long, like right when the facial hair starts growing out.
No.
His looks all really good. His looks a little scary. Like hair plugs. Like someone put hair plugs in his upper lip.
That's worse.
It's really bad. I wonder if he lost a bet. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah. That was weird. That was weird. But with Corey walking away, though, even if that is the case, you got to know, like, you're playing Big Brother. You got to kind of, like, eat that.
I know.
I do get the disassociating at a certain point where you're like,
protect your girl.
When you think somebody's going home, you're like, I'm not going to what you're doing is just, you're grasping at straws. Like, I'm not even going to, like, give you my time. Like, I know what you're doing. You're just trying.
Yeah.
You're trying to put something on me so it doesn't look bad for you. This is your last ditch effort. I'm not going to play into your game. So I
get it. You're on the block. You're worried, but like, I really don't have the energy for this right now. Just like try something else.
Not going to the jury. You're like, your opinion matters nothing to me.
Yeah.
His mustache. Yes.
Thomas in the chat says sometimes the longer that you sit there and argue with someone, the deeper you dig your hole. Better not to give the other person a chance to prove their point. That's a great.
And he's a master debater. He knows.
It is a great point. It is a great point, but like, I feel like there's nothing for you to gain in a lot of those situations when you're out here. Like, hey, will you come meet with me in the whole house? No. No, I won't. Why? What do you need to meet with me in the whole house? And when he was like, well, I'd be happy to talk to you one-on-one. She's like, no, because you do your lies. Like, see, I'm not going to do this because like now you're going to try and call me out from the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to play that game.
I do love the literal flies on the wall. Like you saw Jag just kind of like leaning against the wall. The other two people by the stairs just listening. I would definitely be a listener.
I feel like that would be my like if I were in the house, it would just be me like leaning over corners like
always. Like, earrings, like even in my own apartment. What's going on next door?
Yeah.
There's not $750,000 on the line.
Dude, it was wild. We had like our power went out a couple days ago, and like you could just hear everybody in all the apartments because we always have like
cough.
TVs on and electricity going, and you could just like hear people having conversations. Like, this is wild that like
I hate this.
That they can just hear everything we're saying at all times.
Or you could listen to me digest Taco Bell. That was wild.
Yeah, and my stomach was going crazy.
You got impatient with me, and I was like, "There's nothing I can do."
I wasn't getting impatient. I was just like, "Whoa, dude, what's going on?"
We'll just on time the power was out.
But yeah, so Corey then tries to gain Matt and Jag's trust, which is smart. But Corey's always like behind right now. I feel like in everything he's doing, it's just like he's behind everywhere he's going.
Because he's putting his girlfriend first, except when someone's yelling at him.
He is, and we're America. I feel like America needs to be pretty sharp, and she's just like it's cool this season just seeing the balance of like when you're not in power, you have like no read on the house right now. At least this group doesn't. And in previous seasons, it was like people knew they were on the bottom, but they knew kind of like the structure of the house. And then in this season, it's like you still have no clue. Everybody kind of works together in more of like a voting block, but not voting block structure, where you're like, well, I don't know, everybody's just talking to everybody else. I just assume like they're all like we were talking about before we started, like we have no clue who's really, really working with anybody.
Yeah.
I see the DRs.
Like, honestly, it was me cold lying or not. I don't know. Like when she put them on blast as she was walking out, like,
right, because what a strange group to piece together.
Because Bowie has been the false part of every alliance all season, where it's like, we'll just bring Bowie in. We'll just bring Bowie in because, like, I mean, what's she gonna do? She's not gonna win HOH. Psych.
I do love to think that she thinks that was really like who's running the house.
Somebody has to
also
tell her that's what you've been doing.
I don't understand the idea that like Nicole was more likely to win a competition than Felicia. She's won several competitions, and Nicole hasn't won any.
We've told
and hasn't played Big Brother at all. Like Julie had to ask her, "Hey, you were on the block this week. Why didn't you campaign to stay? You're a super fan. Why didn't you try and stay?" And I was just waiting on Nicole to be like, yeah, this game fucking sucks to play. I really didn't want to play this game the second I got in.
I was really over it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I felt like should have said. Because maybe I got a bad read on it. You know, it's very possible she went in there with a different strategy and just you change your mind and sometimes you get more passive than you thought you would. But like Bowie played more tonight in one episode, like just the live portion of the HOH than Nicole did the entire time she was on there. And Jag even had a conversation with her last night. Was it last night or
Bowie?
The day before? Nicole was trying to. She sort of was like, "Oh shit, I should probably campaign." And Jag was like, "Well, look, honestly, this is the first time you've talked game with me in 60 whatever days."
I can't believe it's been 60
and she was like, "Haha, yeah."
I mean,
and he was just kind of like, but for real though, like this is the first time we've talked game.
He straight told her, "Yeah, I'm voting for Felicia to stay."
Nice.
Cause like you can't she didn't go in and offer anything. It was just like, hey, what's up? We're in a game, huh?
Yeah.
Who do you trust?
Mhm.
Like, not you?
But Nicole,
Just hearing your voice for the first time.
like it's weird that just kind of like the dynamic of each season is very different because it just depends on who's in the house and like how everybody acts. But this season, if you like in a lot of seasons, it's cool to just not really talk game. Be like, oh well, like me and Allison, like we don't really talk a ton of game. That's fine.
Yeah.
But like this season, everybody somewhat talks game with everybody else, even if it's a bullshit conversation. It's like, yeah, we should work together. And then like they leave and like, yeah, I told them we were like in this alliance. It's not gonna work. But like Nicole's the only one that didn't do that. And Bowie, they're like, okay, Bowie just kind of hangs out. But like Nicole would just be like, I don't know. I don't really want to get into that drama. It's like, well, that's just the game of Big Brother we're playing. So like you should probably get into the game of Big Brother at a certain point. And then this was the first time she really had to, and she had nothing.
Bowie does seem to find herself in the right place at the right time. Like she was there. Like they showed the camera, just Matt and Jag, and they were talking about the flip, and then out of nowhere you hear, yeah, no, you know, and then they're like, oh yeah, Bowie's here.
Oh no!
I'm wondering if like she thinks that she was a part of that great plan.
I think she does.
That's wild to me.
Calv in the chat says Nicole decided to play the game as she was walking out. That was the weirdest part because it's like she has the worst read on the house of anybody, maybe. So then, like, to call out Bowie, fucking Bowie.
I feel like as soon as like she could have said that with anybody and like gotten a better reaction or like had more people believe her, but like you got Bowie into that and nobody thinks that that's true.
That's true. Even Bowie was like, who did she say I was in alliance with?
She asked Bowie asked who they were targeting. She was like, who are we targeting?
What if she was just going with like a chaos theory where like that'd be really funny on your way out? You're like, Suri, Corey, and
Like
Matt,
first-
final three.
First three you see.
And you just pick three random people that you're definitely not working together. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm not going to jury. It doesn't fucking matter.
If that was her plan, then okay, but it wasn't. That I think she thinks that that's true because when Julie asked her about it, she was like, "Yeah, Corey really turned on me," and it's like Corey was the most loyal to working with you out of almost anyone in the house.
You didn't give him anything. You just never gave him anything.
Yeah, like he from the beginning wanted to work with her, and she just like wouldn't talk game.
Thomas in the chat says Cameron is cold as fuck when he told Felicia, "What are you talking? Or what game are you talking about?"
I mean, I laughed at it.
That's pretty great.
She was pissed, and she's like, "What do you? Don't say what game?
This game."
I mean, really, like the big storyline, other than obviously the new HOH, is that like Jag and Matt deciding like we're gonna pin all of this whole flip. Like we want the flip to happen. Corey just kind of like them gaslighting Corey into believing he was 100% his idea. Corey then being cocky enough to like, Corey is becoming Cam.
I know.
Where he's just like, yeah, I did that. Except like he actually had the idea and nobody approached him. And then he went to like the next, because that used to be what it was.
He just
like,
also had the same idea rather than not having the idea and claiming it. Like it didn't flip because of him, but he did have simultaneously had the idea. It's just it wasn't him. I do think though that if Corey makes it to the end, I think he'll be able to spin it in a way where people are like, yeah, especially with how long this fucking season is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, somebody like this lady, you know, put me on blast, and then I decided to keep her. That's gutsy.
Yeah.
And he's got a huge target, so if he gets to the end, then it's like, how'd y'all not get him yet?
Yeah. I think like especially with like how, like I was saying, how long this season is, they still have 40 days almost until the end. Heisem was evicted 50 days ago.
But 3 people kicked out since then.
So like it's they've got some time. I feel like by the time that like it is the finale, Corey would be able to say something and they'd be like, it did happen. Maybe it was him who did it.
That's true. memories will get erased a little bit.
Yeah.
I also really wish, because that whole foursome conversation
Mhm.
gave me, like, the two of them, Matt and Jag looking at each other, gave me Chill Town vibes. And I
Yeah.
just really wish that Matt had seen a single episode of
I
Big
know.
Brother, so he would know what it was, and we would get funny DRs and little jokes. But
Yeah.
it's just going to be two really nice guys playing the game.
I know. I do like though that they are in a good spot, and they are like,
Best spot.
I really am impressed by their like ability to be like, all right, well, we trust these people the most, and we want these people to be who we move forward with. But at the same time, if someone else is going to take that shot, great.
Great.
Right.
Do it. Take our girl out.
Yeah. Like, it's a great way to play the game. Like, trust people, but then also be like, okay, but you could go.
That's true. And I also, like, in my notes wrote down everything is coming up Millhouse for the Minutemen. And I wonder if they regret the Minutemen. Although I do like the
Well,
catchphrase.
they love it.
I like the catchphrase, you know what time it is, but Minutemen just makes it sound
And
unimpressive.
The producers love it too because they get the sound effect, and like they didn't have anybody that broke a leg, and they got to do the wheel with
That's true.
Christmas or the.
They do get didgeridoos with Bowie, but it's just, I feel like it's so subtle that you don't even notice.
Yeah.
I just thought it was Bowie playing a didgeridoo.
It just happens. She's like Jumanji. Like,
Yeah.
opens her mouth and like didgeridoo comes out.
Oh.
No.
Dean says it's interesting that Matt still does not know how to leave the diary room immediately.
He's never seen an episode.
Yeah, he hasn't seen the episode.
I do think it comes more into that regard of like him not being familiar with the show than
Called her Julia.
the hearing issue. Now, at least, there was clearly a period of time when it was him not having the correct accommodations. But I do think right now he doesn't know what to do.
Just likes
Yeah.
that camera time.
Really, the only other note I had was that Felicia said the faith of a mustard seed
Over and over again.
again.
I did think of you when she said that because I was like, oh, I wonder if
It's
Alex
crazy
remembers
to me.
this is an actual thing.
Yeah, but she said it twice in today's episode, so we're at three
Well-
times she said it on an episode that I can remember.
Did I read a tweet or did someone say it on the show that they need to get a mustard seed? It may have been a tweet. So
I think it was-
very small.
that's the point. Your faith can be this small and amazing things can still happen because of your faith. And it's gonna work out. So she's saying, I have the faith of a mustard. We've done this before. You didn't
We have.
know.
Yes, what's the mustard seed joke? It's not a joke. It's something from the Bible.
God said
It's
it.
from the human manual.
The human manual, alleged human
Allegedly.
manual.
To each their own.
What do we got? We had the milligrams pop up after Mikol's eviction. She didn't hug Corey on the way out. Called out Bowie, Corey, in America. And then she whispered something to Jag. I think she whispered something to Jag because it looked like when she was hugging Jag, she kind of leaned in and then she started blowing him up. And it was almost like she was about to like blow up their alliance to just Jag, but then was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Fuck it, I would tell everybody.
Just go back and rewatch it because I jotted that down and she kind of like leans in and it's like I don't know if she was just giving a hug and sometimes you like you don't fully extend and maybe that was what she was doing, but it looked like she was like leaning in and then she was like, no, blah 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 blah. Y'all did this and you're working with you and just hey, just so y'all know.
I really thought she was gonna be like, just so you'll know, I love you.
I did too.
I was like, oh, she's about to cook.
But I will not trust anything I hear or see on a live eviction vote because Corey voted for Red or Jack. I don't remember, but
He voted.
he voted for the other one. Okay, Jag. I think he
For
voted
Jag.
for
His
Jag.
mouth said Jag. Yeah.
Red. Jag. Red.
Yeah.
Hug for Pipsqueak again, is
Oh,
what Thomas says.
We shouldn't push him.
That's true. Although, honestly, that's going to become a good strategy for him is like, nobody in jury's going to vote for me.
Yes.
They're not even hugging me on the way out.
That's true. And he's the sweetest little guy. Maybe he's not the sweetest. I don't know.
Yeah.
Finally starting to see some red flags.
Finally.
But I love him.
All right. HOH competition. We already covered it kind of, but it comes down to Corey, Felicia, Bowie. Corey's out. Bowie and Felicia are perfect through the first 7 questions. So it comes down to the tiebreaker. Was Bowie going for A, was she throwing the competition? B, was she trying to play the like, I'm just going to go solo that nobody can beat me game? C, did she just like, was she like, my math is going to embarrass me on national television? Not going to do that. Because I think that might have been my move. I'd be like, I'm about to fuck this up. I'd be like, okay, days, 24 hours, 60 minutes times 24 times 7, and then lower it so you're not going over. Like, that would be my strategy. But also, like, I kind of just love the, like,
Why
is it
such a
27?
specific number? Like,
I don't know.
It was definitely not 27 minutes. It was no, like, you had to
It was
know.
less than a half hour.
Yeah.
Like, it absolutely. So, like,
Did she think that it was time gone from the house? Like, because he could have been gone 30 minutes in between.
Maybe? I don't know. I feel like
Turned into a zombie.
She was using the metric system.
That's what I was thinking too. And then I was also thinking
They don't have measurement.
they don't have time metric.
there's a famous book quote.
She was on mountain time.
What's the answer to the universe? Answer to the world 42. Like, I feel like maybe she got that wrong. I don't know. So many.
I think she was undershooting.
But the 6, why add the 6?
Because it made it more realistic. It actually made it closer.
And 620
I think
are so far.
I think she tried to undershoot it, and then when Felicia was taking such a long time, I think that she was like, oh crap.
Oh,
And-
math needs to be involved.
And then she like thought about it and was like, well, like what if Felicia's trying to also like figure out what it potentially could be and then undershoot that number? Because
But she could have even added like a 1-6 and still would have been.
But she could also.
Wait,
yeah, but she would have gone over if she added the. No, she wouldn't have.
that
Just
would
kidding.
be
That's
bullshit.
1,000.
Had many of numbers she could.
I mean, Andrew did say like 27 still would have won it. Like that.
That's true.
Which would have been hilarious. But like I do
It would
love
have
that.
been
Was,
the. Oh God, what was it?
What's my fake age? 27.
but why we love her? Why I love her so much? Well, she's my queen.
Do you really?
No,
Okay.
I've been sitting on the Bowies and Comp Beast take all season, like ever since like I mean
It's
for like
happening.
3 weeks now. And so like you just gotta sit on a take sometimes until it happens. And like I called that, and I get to say that forever because I can go clip that and be like she won one comp. If she wins one more, Comp Beast,
Sure.
Comp Beast, and she dethroned all the men winning comps, which was being toxic. Everybody was saying.
She
So.
did, although she is working basically with men.
But Queen Bowie got the win,
But no one is. Well,
not a
besides
man.
him.
Do you think that?
But she also like what made me love her so much. I'm sorry.
Suri through it.
No, you're fine.
What made me love her so much tonight was like she was me in every math test I ever did, where you like turn it, you're like, all right, got it done, and you're like, fuck, no one else finished yet. Oh no!
Oh, I fucked this up, man.
Hey, can I get it?
No work
That's
was
what-
shown. No work
Can I
was
get it
shown.
back?
She was.
That's why I think
27,
she
sorry.
just undershot it, was because she didn't write anything down. She was like, well, this is smaller.
You got less than half an hour.
I think.
7
Do
days.
you think that Felicia tried to find the number of seconds? Because she was
Well,
far over.
she may have tried seconds.
She
Like,
had
didn't
to,
divide it one
right?
more time or multiply it one more time because I don't know her line of
Like-
thinking, but she did show work. So
She
she
did
definitely
show
tried to
work, and I
produce
don't remember what her work was, but I feel like it.
Because
I
it
mean-
does get screwy there because you have to divide or times it by 60 twice.
It would have to. She would have to do it times 60 again.
My brain's already broken. Like I would have
We
gone
tried.
the Bowie
I
route.
picked up
I
my
would have gone the Bowie
calculator,
route.
but
I would have just
I
put
was-
69.
too busy laughing at 27.
Ha-
I would just round it to 69 something, and then
24 times 6.
420, 69.
You do 24 times 6, and then
I
you
was thinking
do
it was 7 days, so I wouldn't.
that. 24 times 6, because that's going to be how many. 60, but you just put the 0 on the end. So 24 times 6, and then you multiply that number by 7, and then you stick a 0 at the end.
Oh.
And then I would have probably taken maybe 1,000 off.
Just to be sure.
Yeah, because that would take you to about,
This is
it's
an
like,
awesome
I think the exact of that is like 10,008 or something.
I think so.
What if you just were like 7 days, but in minutes?
Mini. You
7
just
days,
write-
but in minutes minus 1,000, and it's
Mini.
like you said in minutes.
Let me see how
Or
long it
like
actually
10
takes me to do
minutes.
this math, if I can write this down.
You write down, I don't know, time flies when you're having fun.
I think you'd lose on that. But you didn't go over.
I did not.
But you didn't go over. You put IDK.
Yeah.
But Felicia went over. Then do you win?
No.
I would have loved
You
that.
get a
though.
number.
I would have loved that.
It would be like the 1, the I is a number.
Like in Final Jeopardy when they just have no clue what the
How
answer is.
bad
and
is my
it's
math
like,
right
question
now?
mark.
And they're like, Alex Trebek.
I guess you're a teacher. You should probably.
Now I have to open the calculator to check my math right now.
I
believe
have
in
to
you.
always.
I believe in you. Do we think Suri threw it?
No, Suri looked
Her
fucking
fingers.
perplexed immediately.
Her muffin hands with those cards. I think if I went on Big Brother, I would memorize
Every minute.
Yeah, I would
Every
feel
minute.
That you would have to memorize how many. Ideally, you would have to memorize how many minutes are in a day.
Yes,
Fuck.
because there's no like.
I don't know that.
If someone had a gun to my head and was like, "I'm going to shoot you, but you need to do mental math right
Without
now,"
going
I'd be
over.
like, "Here we go."
Without
Shoot
going
me.
over. I
Yeah.
I would say 27. I would just say 27.
How am I so? How did I do this so wrong?
Okay.
Oh, because that's
7
a
days
3.
is
I carried the wrong number. Yeah,
Remember the ring?
7
it's
days is
10,080. I said that.
You did. No, you said 10,008.
I said 10,008, and then I said or 10,080 because you had the 0 at the end,
That's true.
and so the 8 would move.
Yes, true.
Or 1,080, and then be 10,080, or 1,008 or 10,080. Jesus Christ, can't talk.
Who would have thought we would be doing so much math on the show?
Right. Well, the second she
Late
wrote
night
down
math hour.
27, I think we all knew.
Like when it was like in slow motion, because Allison and us texted back and forth like 3 times during the
Just a
whole
lot of,
like
"Oh my God.
writing that. We're like,
Oh my
holy
God.
fuck,
What do you
no,
do?
no. Is she gonna really win though?
What do you do? Like, what would Julie do if she was like, Felicia, I need an answer now. Now, Felicia, I need, and Felicia was like, I'm just gonna keep writing. Like,
But we
I
won.
would have, at some point, you gotta be like, all right, Felicia, 3, 2, 1.
Right. No, the director was in her ear, like, just keep asking because God, we can't have a Bowie.
You ever the time?
Bowie.
Like,
What if Boy Jane just wrote a boomerang?
I thought you were gonna say Drew boobs. Your
8,000.
88. Oh no,
80085.
55.
Is it boobs, Julie? Is
Oh,
it boobs?
Boobless. That's what I was thinking.
No,
Okay,
it's
what
not.
was it?
But you
You
still would have
would've
won.
won.
Would have won. Would have still.
Boobs takes it.
Hey guys, my answer was boobs, but in numbers. I won. That would be like anal lice winning it for Brett.
Yeah, I'm so annoyed with you all week because every day you'd be like, "Yeah, boobs won.
Hey, boobs is always the answer.
Boobs won.
Always boobs.
Boobs."
We did a murder mystery with her family one time, and her dad and I like right up the bat, like it's always the lady with the
We
big
take
boobs.
it really serious, okay?
Like her
We
and her
spend
mom
hours
were so in
on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, and
And-
you
and-
too a little.
Yeah,
But yeah, him and my dad were
like 5
"The
minutes
lady
in,
with the big boobs."
her. It's always the girl with the big boobs.
There are no pictures of anyone. You just
There was
assume this-
videos. We had to watch
Oh,
videos.
there
on
was
that one.
videos.
There was a murder on a boat, and we picked it out immediately. Her, she has big boobs. It's the big boobs girl. And then like,
Did she smother them with her big boobs?
No, not at all related to her boobs. But then, like they did 4 hours of work, and it was like
Although-
it was the big boobs girl. We're like, oh, nailed it. Could have just asked me 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a better detective than you.
We're not asking you back.
About boobs?
I guess you don't want to solve crimes fast.
Oh, we can't say it on YouTube.
No, you can.
Oh, it's like that's sexy.
We are right now. Titties.
Boobs. And then like
You
next
cannot.
week or on Tuesday, Sunday they try
Too
and
far.
tune in, and it's like, this YouTube channel has been deactivated.
We just have to
Like,
say
oh.
breasts from now on.
Breasticles.
Breasts.
Boobies.
But I agree. Todd said it still baffles me how Julie says lock in your answer 10 times. If they don't have an answer, they get it wrong. Yes, I agree. And Felicia just kept going.
I mean,
And like, whether
You didn't yell at the 63-year-old lady? Like, come on.
no, I bet production was like, we can't have a Bowie, like, be patient. Because Felicia HOH would also be interesting, but it would be kind of
Not as cool as Bowie.
not as cool. Not as,
No.
what's going to happen here?
Bowie's our queen.
But things could still be shaking and fighting if Felicia won. So I could see production pushing for it. Like, hey, just keep asking. Don't draw the line yet.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
She had to warn Suri 3 times.
Well, Suri's the
is,
pet.
but yeah, they love Suri.
Yeah.
So she gets special treatment. She has to have her kid in the game too.
That's true.
wasn't that the name of your band in high school?
Slut puppies.
Oh, Slut Puppies. My bad.
Oh yeah, way better.
It was way better, man.
Sweater Puppies.
Some puppies.
That is so dumb. Who does Bowie put up? Let's wrap it up. I feel like we're getting to the end of this.
Well, apparently somebody that they tweet updates from Big Brother about an hour ago tweeted, y'all not heard the campaign Matt and Jag put in the last minute. Their plan is Blue, Felicia, Noms, and Backdoor Cameron. And they were planning with Bowie. So, like, this person is very confident Cam is going to get backdoored.
It's Blue and Felicia.
I mean,
Blue.
Blair.
Blair.
Blair and Felicia.
Blair.
Felicia.
Felicia and Blair.
Felicia.
Blair.
And
Felicia.
Blur.
Good day.
Good night, Julie.
Take a seat on the Bobby.
No, seriously, just go
You
watch
wouldn't wanna sit on the
a
Barbie.
JoJo Siwa video of her short hair era, and you're like, same person.
Let me show me that. She kept doing the JoJo Siwa blocking out the top
This
half
is
of
their
her face.
face. Their face from here and here is the same.
Yeah.
They have the
You
same
can't
teeth, the same mouth,
Siwa it.
and the same. Hey, everybody! Here. Well, no, I'm not going to get into that. That was bad.
Get
Take
into
that
it.
back.
Get into it.
I have to
Just
perfect
get
it first.
into it.
Ask me in a week.
You're crushing it. You're crushing it.
No.
Nar.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bowie Felicia then.
Bowie Felicia?
Or no, I mean Blue Felicia.
She's going to nominate herself.
Blur, Felicia.
She's like, how did I get me key? How did
It's
I get me own key?
me.
She looks at herself.
She turns and she goes, Nar. Twist. That turned into a pirate?
Crikey.
Hey.
Arr.
Hey, more gosh.
Oh.
Hey, my gosh.
Nar.
Nar. I did see
Um,
someone tweet that was like, good, it's going to be a week full of yeah and nars.
Yar.
Bean says he thinks Cam wins veto in that situation. Blue goes to jury. Todd says when Jag gets evicted, it's a Jag off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Todd would say that. I'm kidding. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset. I mean, I would miss Blue, but
Yeah, but she's like on a full like tirade, I guess, against Corey. So I'm kind of down for her to go.
she's not being careful.
I know. I
I'm
hate
being
too
very,
much.
very
Start
kitty,
playing.
kitty, purr.
No.
Kitty, kitty, not purr.
Kitty, not purr.
Kitty, kitty, hiss.
Not slick cat.
I thought you said shitty kitty, and I was like,
kitty, kitty, purr.
shitty kitty purr.
More like a
Pretty
shitty
much.
kitty
She's
purr.
a little
Yeah,
crusty, musty, dusty right now.
Musty, musty, dusty kitty, bitty. I'm just trying to find things that rhyme. I can string them together.
Witty.
Yeah.
Not witty.
Sound like a Gen Zer.
The shitty kitty committee.
Yes.
Smelly cat.
She's Blue is way too young for Smelly Cat. She does
Who
not know
has
what that
no
means.
idea what that is. She thinks Friends is problematic, probably.
Yeah. There's not enough representation. Let's be real.
I know, but
I know.
it is funny. I like when they're like, wow, this is wrong. I was like, yeah, but
It's
it
a
was
different show.
different.
They could have tried.
They could have tried. It was a different time.
Stop.
It's a different time. Do you think people in the house know that Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce? Great question, Raimundo. I would say no, because they don't tell them those things.
No, there's not a white girl in the house, is there?
I mean, Bowie.
I don't see color. I don't see color.
She's
so
too
I don't
old
know.
though, because the millennial whites.
There's a lot of people on Twitter being like, hey, Bowie, how old are you? 27.
27. Okay, so she has a birthday or had a birthday coming
This
up.
week, right?
And it's the fake birthday, right? So she
No, it's her real birthday.
It's a real birthday.
Okay, I thought because the way I was reading the tweets, it sounded like she made up a totally different birthday, and it's coming up, and they didn't know if
No, just her age,
cake or not.
It's her real birthday. It's just a different age. Although somebody
maybe forgot that you had told them what your fake birthday was. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh, 20.
Yeah, apparently somebody asked her what like she learned when she what did she learn when she was 35 or whatever, and she said, "Oh, I don't remember." And the person on Twitter was like, "Well, yeah, it has been 11 years, so."
Raimundo says Bowie reminds me of Cool Mom from Mean Girls, but like if she was also David Bowie.
Okay, so I had to do some
Or
math.
Mad Max.
I had to do some math myself today to see if maybe she was in fact named after David Bowie or if she is too old. But it kind of lines up.
When did David Bowie like first come onto the scene?
Like in the 60s.
1945, right after the Vietnam War.
I don't think he was like David Bowie until later.
Oh,
I need to figure. Where's my phone? What? I didn't about
the
math.
Vietnam War was.
I feel left out.
Pretty sure that was like World War II.
It was World War II. Vietnam was in like the
60s.
It's like the 50s, 60s. I don't know.
Because it led hippies in the 70s because they were fighting back.
Yeah. They were.
I love like fun troll tip. If you want to troll people, Marvel and DC. If you mix up those universes, that I don't really watch those anyways. So like, it's Batman is always Marvel because I know he's not. And people like on the morning show, you get like 16 people that email you every single time, like, "Oh, just so you know, Batman's not," and then they still get really mad if like some people take it really seriously.
Yeah.
Like that, and then war people. Like if you get like war dates mixed up, people really are like, "Hey, just want to let you know that's not true. What you're saying is not accurate." Like, I know. I'm not a historian. I'm obviously making this up.
Recently.
I like just saying everything has been since now.
Yeah, that's the joke lately. And then I even said today I need to do more research about Vietnam, the Vietnam War, so I can make more jokes about it, which is awful. Okay, so Ziggy Stardust came out in 73. She was born in 78. So it kind of checks.
Oh, okay.
Almost too close. Because also, she's saying
1947 during the Vietnam.
I think my mother would name me after David Bowie. No.
I remember fighting the Viet Cong.
I mean,
Charlie.
That's like, you would think that, but like, did I in fact have a girl named after a Game of Thrones character last year? Yes, I did.
Is named after a Game of Thrones situation. Her name is Winter. They never watched the show.
She's also named after a season.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's different than like, I don't know, Daenerys.
Yeah, that is.
Dragon.
Just full dragon. Her name was Dragon.
Bran the Broken.
You
getting the full name? That seems insulting.
Sophie Turner. I don't know anything about Game of Thrones.
Sydney Sweeney.
She's.
I know, that's what you throw in one person that's not. Just move on. Then let's take
Thrones. His name was Thrones. Ooh.
Tropic Thunder, great documentary. Raimundo, loved that one.
It's controversial.
And then since it's Spooky Susan,
it's Spooky Susan?
It is spooky season.
Spooky Susan.
David has
Lazy Susan, but creeps. That really creeps and really scares you.
David S. Pumpkins is from Ibiza. We'll forget
I
about
took
that.
a pill in Ibiza to show
Yeah,
Avicii I was cool.
there we go. All right, I think
Yeah,
we've
we're
reached
done.
the
This
end of
is
this
it.
episode.
Yeah, I mean,
This is us. Just anybody got any final thoughts? Final thoughts?
I'm
Anybody in the
excited
chat?
to see where this goes.
This is gonna be maybe the best week of the season.
Are we gonna get feeds late tonight, or are we just gonna have to tune in tomorrow?
I will be only watching the feeds. We actually have a very busy Saturday, but I will be watching it on my phone because I want to see what our queen's doing. Queen
I'm
watch.
paying attention to updates again, I think.
Woo!
Oh,
Although I will say that this weekend I will probably not be super paying attention to them because maybe, I don't know, I'll be in a car. I'm driving to Waco and back on Saturday.
you should go see the compound.
No, why do I always think you live in Austin? You don't live in Austin.
I don't live in Austin.
No.
We're going.
It's there.
I first
Can
thought
people go to it? It
Sure.
exploded.
compound, and I was like, of
You
course
can
she's
just
gonna
see
go
it.
there.
What's left of it? There's like a pool and like a part of a
The
bus
bus.
and a church.
The bus has bodies in it, I assume.
Oh, it
all the
had
ghosts,
bodies.
all the left behind souls.
Ooh.
It's got ashes spread.
You know, Spooky Susan would love that.
Spooky Susan.
Susan.
The cool way the kids.
No, we're
see
going to the game.
Oh,
So-
The Baylor
because your
game.
guy, your kid,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna see
Baylor
my
player.
old student.
just a Baylor player, the Baylor player.
The Baylor.
Honestly, it's kind of getting traction. Got the Pop Tart Award this week, I guess.
Pop Tart of the game.
Delicious,
Yum.
sugary
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah, so I'll spend a lot of time in a car, and I guess I will be paying attention to feeds during
Don't
the.
worry.
Good.
I will if you're not, because I'm gonna be monitoring every second of the Bowie HO.
Woo!
We are at Pass Grade Bro on all socials. Give us a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel and the podcast. If you're watching us, go subscribe to it. Like, hit play on both. Play on both. Help us out. I'm at Alex J. Middleton on all socials. Emma is at Little EM Tweets on Twitter and at Emma Lawler on Instagram. Allison is at Almar7490 on Instagram and at Affable Allison on Twitter. And yeah, please give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever else you listen to podcasts. Comment on the YouTube channel. Give us a like us on the YouTube as well. But yeah, have a great one. Enjoy the Bowie HOH. It's gonna be a good one, guys and gals. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be a
something.
good one. Have a
The
good
queen
one.
is risen.
Our queen has finally arrived.
She's ascended to take her throne.
You know, just knights in her kingdom.
We'll all wear faux hawks.
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
Jackets and maybe fingerless gloves.
Yes.
Mohawks and fingerless gloves on Tuesday.
Amazon.
We'll
Yeah,
send you some.
just buy biker shit, basically.
Nar.
Nar.
Probably would
Oh.
take an Australian accent from
I
here to there to
just-
practice.
Did I, Mike?
Yeah. Get a
That'd be
didgeridoo.
Fuck yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I
that's-
can get a didgeridoo for sure when my best friend's husband has like 3.
That's plenty.
We'll get the rain
That's
stick.
plenty.
I don't know why those go together, but they go together.
I want to get whatever the thing is where you go doing, 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 doing.
Oh, the Survivor instrument.
Yeah.
I will
they
wear
did one
my
season in Australia.
Survivor Australia
Bang, bang, bang.
buff. We're just
Yeah. And see, and this is how we don't know how to wrap up a podcast. Kind of stuff. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the Bowie HOH. Love you guys. So talk to y'all on Sunday with our Week 10 power rankings. Pass the Grady Bros.
Big brother, it's big brother. It's my brother, it's your brother, it's our brother. It's his brother, it's her brother, it's their brother. On past the Grady Bro.